Now check this out.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to your Tuesday. It was a huge day yesterday for friends, family and fans of my dear friend Jock Zonfrillo. If you missed it, we found out on air that he had sadly passed away and I couldn't finish the show. I was so shocked, so grief-stricken. But I've spent a lot of time reflecting about that in the last 24 hours and reading back through the text messages that, you know, we shared. And I read this one and I thought, this man loved showbiz. He knew more than anybody that the show must go on.
Right, okay.
So today I'm here with the power of Jock behind me and his love and friendship. And this was a text message he sent me when this show started. He said, I'm just here to tell you that you are amazing. I love you and let it rip today. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Later on, we're going to be talking about the power of friendship and the fact that there are some people in your life that give you that gift with nothing expected in return, and we're going to honour them.
Beautiful.
Also yesterday we announced that you and I, Jack, are hitting the road to Adelaide.
Yes, we're doing our very first Chrissy Swan Show road trip.
I mean, this is so exciting to me.
Same.
Because I love Adelaide.
And I've never been.
And you've never been. So I just can't wait to be there with you and show you all the sights. We do need your help, though. It's been a long time since I've been to Adelaide.
Okay.
And tell us all the things that we should avoid.
Okay.
Okay?
I like
Because
this.
It's very easy to Google stuff to see. All right? We're talking the silver balls at Rundle Mall, yada, yada. I'm partial to a pie floater. I wonder if that's going to come up.
I don't even know what a pie floater is.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's clickbait.
This is outrageous to me. A principal in America has been forced to resign over an excursion that he took the school to see Michelangelo's David.
What is culture?
One of the world's most famous statues.
Clearly the parents are bogans and don't appreciate how amazing that would be.
Can you believe it?
That's awesome.
So, of course, they're mad because Michelangelo's David is in the Nudie Rudy and they got to see a doodle.
Like,
I mean, it's absurd.
Do their kids not have doodles?
I know.
Like,
this just would not cross my mind. They were also shown the Venus de Milo, who's also got her boobs out. So, obviously, this principal has to resign because the parents complained. The other thing I want to say is, those lucky bastards.
I was about to say, if I were a parent, I'd just be jealous.
So would I. It got me thinking about excursions that I had to endure, I guess.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was thrilled to the back teeth because we got a bus from school to the Tip Top factory.
Oh, for bread?
Yes. Does
Okay.
Tip Top still exist?
Yeah, the Tip Top white bread.
Yeah, okay. So we went to one of the dads of the girls at school, worked at the factory, and he organised us VIP access on the floor. And it was so exciting. I mean, in hindsight, it's a bit crap. But at the time, it was so
As a kid,
exciting.
though.
You will love this. Tip Top did then make the McDonald's buns, the Big Mac buns. So we were there on Big Mac bun day.
Yum!
And they came off the assembly line and we all got one hot out of the oven. Honestly,
that is life-changing.
I know, it is life-changing. In fact, maybe I would prefer a trip to the Tip Top factory over going to see Michelangelo's David. I mean, can you imagine? That is the most outrageous story.
Poor principal.
Happy news for Serena Williams. The Met Gala occurred overnight and she pulled a little Swiftie and turned to the side of the camera to reveal that she is well and truly pregnant with her second child.
Congratulations,
Serena.
Maybe that's why Rihanna arrived so late, because she was angry that Serena stole her kind of move.
Yeah, well, that's when it reminded me of that. It reminded me of that. I'm like, get your own moves, Serena.
I've got more on the Met Gala for you after 3, because I woke up at 8:30 a.m. with my housemate Kontos to watch the full red carpet.
Of course
we sat
you
there for
did.
2.5 hours.
I love working with you because it means that I can safely go, I'm going to know everything that needs to be known about the Met Gala. I don't have to watch it. I can't wait for the recap.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
For beauty, health, wellness, and advice you can count on, visit Priceline Pharmacy. Priceline has a massive range of brands at great prices. Whatever you're after, you'll find it at Priceline Pharmacy.
Hurry into your nearest Priceline pharmacy or check out priceline.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And I'm thrilled to welcome back my friend and yours, Monty.
Oh, hello. Nice to be back.
So
Nice
good
be
to
back.
see you.
So soon too.
Let's talk about inappropriate touching of other people's partners.
Straight off the bat, I
Yeah.
love it.
Straight off the bat, I'm an inappropriate toucher.
So am I.
I feel like I'm almost worse than you. Like I go straight in for your nogs every time I see you.
And I really look forward to it because I'm a touch person. I'm a tactile person.
yeah.
So you've got to know that you can squeeze my boobs anytime and I like it.
I go for it. And boobs, I love boobs because I don't have very nice boobs myself.
Really?
They're just like, if my boobs could make a noise, they'd go, like that's the noise I would make. Jack, get down. Even Jack, he stands up over the desk to look at them.
Sorry.
Mate, hey, Jack! Hey, Jack!
I am also looking at them and I think they're wonderful, but
Of
I
course
am...
you're going to say that. When I take off this bra, they just like, this is the noise. But it's just like two little soft grapes hitting my knees. They're foul.
I love them. I love
other
boobs of all
people's
shapes and
boobs.
sizes.
And yours are so fantastic.
Thank
and then
you.
I just get nuzzle in there and they hug
They're
me. It's like-
inviting.
they're so
They are.
inviting. And they wrap around my back too. They're like little koala. They wrap around
Do they wrap
me.
around your back like one of
Yeah.
those little the puppets that Velcro their arms around you?
Yeah, they're your boobs.
Yes,
I just
thank you
love
so
them.
much.
Anyway, so how's this, right? I live in Byron.
Yes.
Also, side note, spotted a Hemsworth in the wild the other day.
What?
Jeez, it's
Finally.
great spotting a Hemsworth in the wild.
What were they doing and which one was it?
Just being wild, dropping their kids off at school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they have shoes on?
Boring.
Mate, Elsa Patiki never wears shoes.
I'm not okay with that.
Really?
But no one really does there.
Really?
But I'm not okay with it either because I think very dirty feet.
Same.
Ugh. And you know what they say.
Dirty feet.
Dirty
Mind?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what they
Okay,
say.
great. Okay.
So which Hemsworth was it?
It was the least famous of them. It was Luke.
Oh, Luke.
Doesn't even count.
Anyway, still quite warm in Byron, right? And we took the kids to there's a really cool like country pool not far from our house.
gorgeous.
I love a country pool. You know,
Me
the long
too.
lap pool and the grass you can
Yeah.
lay on. You get the lollies.
Always very cold though. The pool is
Yes,
always cold.
It is always cold. Anyway, so I went and took my little boy, my 8-year-old, and he's got a lot of great mates. And we met there just to let them run wild for a
Yes,
bit.
great.
And a couple of the other mums came and one of the dads came, right?
Yeah.
And it was hot, and so we needed sunscreen on. And the dad...
Oh my God, you're getting breathy and flustered. Are you
Yeah,
okay?
no, because I'm going back there. I've transported back there. So the dad takes off his top and he's rubbing sunscreen on the front of him. And then he turns to his 2-year-old, and I have a 2-year-old. I know they can't put sunscreen on your back. And he's
No.
like, try and rub that in daddy's back. And the kid's like, not even doing anything. So I'm like, this guy needs sunscreen on his back. I don't know him that well. And I said, here, I'll do it.
Oh.
And I got up,
Monty.
pump, pump, pump.
I bet. Pump, pump, pump.
And I lathered sunscreen into Dad's back.
At what point did you start to feel...
Oh, as I was pumping, I was like, why did I say I'd do this anyway? As I'm wiping the sunscreen on the back, like you, Swan, overdo it. I'm like, there is no way this can't be intimate, can it?
Yeah,
And
that's
then
right. So you called it.
I called it, greeted just with silence.
Oh,
And just the other mums, though, watching on too, like, you've overstepped the mark. You're rubbing sunscreen on another woman's man's
yeah.
back.
And it's too late.
Too late.
It's
and
too late. You had to
so
finish the job.
Intimate. I had to finish off the job of rubbing cream into this back.
Were you tempted to go then straight from the public pool to Ballina Airport and fly to Poland and live there forever and ever?
But, you know, of course, then when I see the mum, I explain to the mum too.
Oh,
don't
no, of course. You must, though. You must. You absolutely must.
I did. I had to, because I was like, oh, how awkward. I had to rub sunscreen on Jimmy's back. It was very intimate. Never not intimate rubbing cream on someone's back.
No. And how was she?
She didn't care at all. As if she was like, thank God she didn't have to do it. But I was like, that was mortifying.
I love it.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Joined by the legendary Monty Dimond. You can listen to Monty right now, but also on her groundbreaking podcast. Do you like that word?
I do like it. I mean, it's not, but you can.
It absolutely is. It's called Show and Tell. It's been around for 7,000 years.
It has, yes.
And now it's available on the Nova Player app, so get on it.
It is. Or wherever you
subscribe so
listen.
that you don't
Yeah.
have to keep on remembering, oh, there's a new one.
Totally. Hey, I thought, because we do on our podcast, I do it with a great mate called Mel, and we do something called the anti-bucket list,
Yes.
which is, you know how everyone's like, on my bucket list, I'm going to Tuscany before
Yeah.
I die.
I'm going to bungee jump.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, this is what you're not going to do.
Yeah,
Like,
what you've got absolutely no
Yes.
interest in. Yeah.
Anyway, so we've been talking about this, and I'm like, Chrissy, let's talk about it on your show. And you're like, I created that.
I didn't say that. I said I was the first to do that. I did a column many years ago, and I invented, why not, what I call the reverse bucket list, which is all the things that I've got no interest in doing. I can't remember any of them now.
Not one of, because it even made it into your book.
Yeah. So many things that people want to do before they die make me want to die.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I reckon now, if you got a copy of that article that you wrote,
Yeah.
you, when you wrote that to now, is a completely different person. I reckon you'd want to do half the things on that list.
I agree, because I've become the sort of person that likes to do things that scare me. So if there was a whole time where I just had no energy to do anything.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, hang on. The thought of that scares me. Am I going to be able to do it? And that spurs me on to do it.
Which is a really nice reason to do things.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's not that much when you get older that makes you nervous or scared anymore.
I agree.
Yeah.
But you can grab that with both hands. I'm living proof of that because I'm so much older than you. And yesterday I realised that the next big party I'm going to go to is my funeral.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so time's running out.
I think that's on my anti-bucket list.
What?
Like
Dying?
a big party.
Oh, a big party.
Attending a big party. Like, you know how everyone gets really excited about, oh my God, it's Becky's party. What are you going to wear? Like, I could think of nothing worse than being in a room with more than 6 people.
You need to really indulge in the Byron lifestyle. Get in with those Hemsworths and get to a Hemsworth party. That should be an actual bucket list for you.
And you could rub sunscreen on all of those
Who's
backs.
Imagine all just Elsa and that staring at me. But they wear white. Okay, that's definitely on my anti-bucket list, attending a white party.
Oh, absolutely
I
not.
live for a white party.
Oh,
you
God.
do.
No, because it would absolutely 100% fall on the first or second day of my period.
I just
Without
never,
question.
Ever. Jack, you've got on white pants today, and I guess you're a guy, but I can never, ever can see anyone, especially a woman, wearing white pants, and I just have no idea how they're confident wearing them.
Absolutely.
But even just not that, sitting in something, anything, honestly, I think it's really brave of you to be wearing white pants. I
Yeah.
just will never do it. That's
Yeah.
on my anti-bucket list.
So a white party,
White
anything
party,
else?
white pants. But also, there's been so much talk about music festivals lately, finishing up Coachella, and also Splendor in the Grass is
Yeah.
coming up soon with Lizzo coming out. Everyone's like, oh my God, the lineup. And I'm like, yeah, the lineup.
Yeah.
You would have to pay me
How much?
I
To
guess
go to a
everyone's got
festival
price.
and use a portaloo and all of that. Festivals are my idea of fresh hell. Will never go.
Same.
Would never go.
Same.
But what is your price?
Okay, do I have am I in VIP? Do I have to line up
No.
for everything?
No.
So I'm a punter.
Yes.
With people.
Yes.
More than 6.
Yes.
Throw a price at me, but be realistic, and I'll say if I'll go for
$10,000.
For how long?
3 days.
Oh God, no! I was going to say I'd consider it for 4 hours. There is no way.
We've got to go. I mean, we've run out of time already. You are a legend. Listen to Monty's podcast on the Nova Player app. You will not regret it. Please come back again.
I will.
You are heaven.
Love to.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Yes, beautiful listener Christy has invited us to officiate her wedding, essentially. This is how it happened. When is your wedding?
The 6th of May, and you're invited. You and Jack are both invited.
Christy, if I come, will you give me another free bottle of wine?
Have as much turkey flat wine as you want.
Christy,
Oh
are
my
you
gosh,
are you serious that we're invited to your wedding? You want us there?
I am dead serious. We've got the invitations. They've just arrived, and you guys have got your names on them.
I know this sounds mad, but I'm all for this. I am so all for it that this is happening. We are arriving. The wedding is this Saturday, and we're going to be the ones that go, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for Mr. and Mrs. Nash. Cannot wait for it. Cannot wait. It's at a winery. I'm sure that she's going to have to put on a casual to deal with how much. I think the term is piss you're going to sink.
Yep.
But she was into it.
She asked for it. She knew who I was and what I'm about before she invited me, so she's got to expect that.
Exactly. Now, I love Adelaide. I spent a lot of time there in the 80s because when my parents split up, my dad moved to Adelaide. So we had school holidays there all the time. And so I've caught carp in the River Torrens, and I've done it all. I've hung out at
the Kane's Corner furniture
Yes.
jingle. I've learnt about Adelaide from you.
94 Gooja, 94 Gooja, 94 Gooja Street. I love the Lacornu sign. I've hung out at Keswick Barracks. I mean, I'm mad for it, and I cannot wait to show you Adelaide because it is a very, very special town. I think first thing I need to find out from someone, if I could, does Ditters still exist? Because pack your bags, you're going to heaven. That walnut fudge is the stuff of dreams, and I'm really hoping Ditters is still around.
Ditters,
and
okay.
also sells that fudge. We asked you earlier to give us a call if you've got things that we should avoid in Adelaide because it's full of great stuff.
And that's obvious. People tell us. It can easily tell us those things and we can Google it, but no one tells you what not to do.
Exactly, and we don't want to find ourselves in a situation where we're sad.
Or handcuffed.
Leah, what are we avoiding on our road trip to Adelaide?
How you going?
Good.
That's good. Congratulations on the wedding invite, by the way.
I know, how cool.
Yeah. Okay, I would recommend avoiding that pie floater you were speaking about.
Leah?
Yes.
Okay, this brings us to a very important piece of business.
What's a pie floater, Leah?
Jack doesn't
I don't know what it is.
Okay, Jack, basically what it is you get a meat pie and then you smother it in this mushy pea sauce.
Oh, why do you need to damage a meat pie?
See, Leah,
Exactly.
That's not how I would describe it.
No, how would you describe it, Chrissy?
You've got the like the location of the peas wrong. In my memory, we rocked up to a van. I'm going to need the location of where to go, by the way, because I'm going to force this child to eat a pie floater. It was pea
out the front of
soup.
the train station.
Out of front of Okay, out of front of train station.
Already a red flag.
I'm writing it down.
We're eating a pie outside a train station. Are you kidding?
From
This
a van.
This
From
is
a van
living.
as well, Jack.
Yeah, this is living.
Wow.
So in my memory, it's a bowl of soup. It's a bowl of pea soup, and then the pie floats, if you will, in the middle of that soup.
How awful.
Is that still the way they go, or have they struck it and reverse it, Willy Wonka style?
No, I think actually you're right, but it's still mushy pea flavour.
Yes, it is. Pea soup is a wonderful thing. Anything else we should avoid? I'm going to ignore your pie floater advice.
All right, no worries. Feel free to take it if you want, Jack, but that's okay.
I will.
Okay,
don't
moving
worry.
on. The other thing to avoid, if you don't want to end up handcuffed or in big trouble and sad, Hindley Street after midnight.
Big trouble and sad. Hindley Street after midnight, cross, pie floater, tick. We've got time for one more. We've crapped on too much.
Leah, you're in the
Leah.
draw for Nova's 10K a day, by the way, just for getting on air. Let's go to Silvana. Really quickly, Silvana, what should we avoid in Adelaide?
Hi there. Hi, guys. Love you both. I reckon you should avoid the Britannia roundabout.
Where is that? What suburb?
It actually comes off the city, so it goes off Fullerton Road, but it's got like an 8 exit.
Oh, no.
And Chaotic Chrissy is going to be driving.
I'm driving, Silvana.
Yeah, no, nobody knows how to use it. It's a roundabout with a small roundabout attached to it halfway
Dear
through.
God. All right, well.
We're not going there.
We're taking it all on board.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I'm so excited about our road trip to
Same.
LA.
And I really want to go to that roundabout and film you attempting to go around a roundabout with 8 exits.
We were just told, Savannah just told us there's an 8 exit roundabout. Off air, I said to Jack, I'm driving. What we can do is we can just pick any exit and then the GPS will just sort it out for us away from the roundabout. And Jack said, or I could film it.
Go viral on TikTok.
I can't wait for that. I do have some really exciting news. The Masked Singer has been officially renewed.
Yes, well done, Swanee.
I know. I'm so excited. I love this show. If you watched last season, that was the first season that I worked on with Husey, Mel B and Abby, and I really took it very, very seriously. I love it. I fall in love with the masks. I feel everything that they're feeling. I have a dance. I love all the songs. And I think this year there's going to be a celebration of decades.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a little twist. And
Okay.
Hold me back.
You're going to get in trouble by Channel 10, so we're going to stop now. You're already saying too much.
I think I am. Well, you know that I said in an interview months ago.
I know.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Quizzy.
Yes. Play along in the car with the kids. See who knows more. Is it mum or dad? Or the squiddies in the back seat? We've got 2 players here. Kate, welcome. And Natasha, welcome.
Thank you.
Look, one of you is just going to be the luckiest woman ever and walk away with a limited edition money cart by Chrissy Swan Show bum bag.
Sounds wonderful.
And if, like me, that's not exciting to you, Kate and Natasha, what is exciting is that you're also both in the draw for Nova's 10K a day just for getting on air.
Woo, awesome. Thank you.
Here are the rules, my babies. Your name is your buzzer. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and will walk away with aforementioned bum bag. Let's get cracking, shall we?
Great.
Question number 1. Qantas announced a new CEO today, Vanessa Hudson, their first female CEO. Who is she replacing?
Kate.
Yes,
Natasha.
Kate.
Alan Joyce.
Fiddle-dee-dee. Yes, she is. He'll step down in November. Question number 2. Also, I want to see Alan Joyce and Damien Leith in the same room. Remember Damien Leith
That
from
is a
Australian
great
Idol?
point.
Australian Idol, like they are the same person.
Yeah. I wonder if Joyce can sing.
Joyce has got a fair bit more money, I would
You'd
suggest.
think.
Question number 2. Calibri. I don't think that's right. Let's start with this. Century Gothic and Times New Roman are types of what?
Kate. Natasha.
Yes, Kate.
Fonts.
Correct. Are you a typeface lady? I love a good font.
I'm into quicksand at the moment.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm a Helvetica all the way.
2 to
Oh, nice.
Kate, 0 to Natasha. Kate,
Come on,
this one's for
Natasha.
the win.
Which Australian radio announcer got married at the weekend?
Natasha.
Yes,
Okay.
Natasha.
Kyle Sandiland.
Correct. How do you feel about Albo, the Prime Minister, going to the wedding?
Bit bad.
Yeah. What do you think, Tash?
Bit awkward.
Yeah. Seems odd, doesn't it? But each to their own. A wedding is great. Question number 4. The Empire State Building in New York City opened its doors on this day 92 years ago. It inspired this song. Where dreams are made of. Who are the 2 artists behind this song?
Natasha.
Yes, Natasha.
Oh, I'm going to say Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
You are spot on. Ooh.
We're tied.
Test your buzzers, guys. There's only one question in it.
Natasha.
Okay, great. Okay. Oh my God. I want you both to win so bad. For the win. Lake Como is found in which country?
Natasha.
Yes, Natasha, for the win.
Italy.
You have got the limited edition money can't buy Chrissy Swan bum bag, my girl.
Yes.
Congratulations.
That was so fake. Yes.
It was a valiant effort, Kate, but
Thank
Jack will
you.
say that you are the real winner here.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
It's about 24 hours since we found out the shocking news that MasterChef judge and gorgeous creature, Jock Zonfrillo, had suddenly passed away. And I've been very gentle with myself in the last 24 hours and I've walked a lot and reflected a lot because Jock was a dear friend of mine and I loved him so much. He was, a wonderful father and obviously a wonderful performer, a fabulous chef, an incredible colleague. He was all of those things.
And you guys really had a connection when you did Celebrity MasterChef back in 2021. You could see there was a lot of laughter between the two of you.
Absolutely. And that grew into something really precious and really special. And I've been watching the coverage of his terrible, tragic passing unfold and all of the amazing things that people are saying about him. And it just got me thinking about, he was a lot of good things. He did everything very well. But I think his magical superpower was he was a wonderful friend. And that is not an easy thing to do.
No.
When somebody is your friend without fear or favour and not wanting anything in return, it is I think it's more magical than romantic love.
I agree. And I also think for someone like him in the industry, we're all in the media and stuff, it's even rarer than usual.
I agree.
So to hear people, I heard on the project last night, on the Today Show this morning, for people to keep saying, he'd always text me and check in on me, which is like, that's what I know what you're saying by that stuck out, because that's rare to hear.
It's rare. People don't do that.
Yeah.
People don't do that. I do that. So it's lovely to meet somebody that values friendship and that no strings attached, pure love that you can only get from a friend. And there's a very famous saying that, people will never forget people will usually forget what you say to them, the words, but they'll never forget how you made them feel.
Yeah.
And I think Jock had that in spades. And every time anyone talks about him, it's as if they were the only one in his life.
Yes.
I really felt that. And it warmed my heart to feel like to realise I wasn't the only one that was given the gift of Jock's support and love. And while everybody is in shock and mourning and grieving the loss of this wonderful person, it kind of brings to light the universal need for friends. And if you are lucky enough to have friends in your life, it seems like such a simple thing, but they are so magical. They have made such a difference to my life personally, throughout my life, but particularly the last 5 years. I want to open the phones now, because whenever anybody passes away, it's lip service to say, hold the ones you love dear. Tell the people you love that you love them. Let's do it now. Who is your person? I don't want boyfriends and girlfriends and husbands and wives. I want that person that you feel gets you and you can say anything to, and who still likes you anyway.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We are celebrating friendship. When you are a good friend, it's rare. It's a real skill.
Yeah.
And my friend Jock Zonfrillo was a wonderful friend in all his myriad gifts. I reckon his parenting and his friendship is what he will be remembered for the most. He always checked in. He always knew what I was doing. He was just an amazing person.
And you're so right to hear that messaging always comes up about when someone passes, that you've got to check in on your mates and do it.
Yes.
But we never actually do it.
We never actually do it.
Yeah.
I do it, much to the horror, really, of my friends. I'm always telling them that I love them.
Yeah.
But you have to. And we are doing it right now on air, 13 24 10. Who do you love? Who's your friend? Who can you tell anything to? Erin?
Hi, yes. My wifey, my best friend ever, is Amy, and honestly, she is just the absolute best person on the planet. She's my soulmate. She has been there for me in my best times, but at my absolute worst times, and she will never judge me and just scoop me up and be the absolute light of my life.
It is a gift and a superpower, isn't it, to be a good friend? And I just don't think we value it enough.
yeah, look, she is one of my favourite persons ever, and I couldn't be more grateful.
I love it, Erin. I hope she hears that. Amy, who is your person?
My person is Christelle. She's been my very good friend for 7 years. I met her in Australia when I came over. And she's been my rock through a lot of ups and downs, and I don't think I would have done it without her.
Isn't it magical? Aren't you lucky to have each other?
Very, very lucky.
So lucky. I hope she hears that. Oh, my God, I love this. This is like, it's making my heart feel fizzy.
Yes.
I love it. Stacey,
Hi.
you've got a long-term friend.
Yeah, so we've been friends since I was 15. I'm now 35, so 20 years.
That's a lot of water under the bridge, Stacey. That's a lot of text messages and tears and joy.
Definitely. She's been there through passing of both my parents at a young age, been there for the birth of my children. Yeah, absolutely everything to me. We speak every day.
How wonderful. You're so lucky. Do you feel sad for people that don't have that connection with somebody?
100%.
Yeah, we're very, very lucky. I love this.
20 years is epic. Imagine the things you'd know about each other in 20 years.
Absolutely. My person, Beck Thompson, I met her under a table in a schoolroom in grade 5. So,
Wow.
you know, what's that? 35 years? 35 years.
That is so cool.
Yeah. No, more. 40 years I've known that woman. And she's my everything. Absolutely. I'm so fortunate. Natalie, who is your person?
My beautiful friend, Steph.
Why is she the
we've been friends-
best?
Oh, she's just, we can honestly ring each other and just laugh and laugh and laugh. Other times we're crying together. Other times, you know, like we had our kids around the same age, so we had like shared bad mummy moments together. You know, like all of it. You know, we just have known each other since we were first year uni, you know, like over 20 years ago. And it's just so comforting to know that I could tell her anything.
It's so special. It's so special, isn't it, that they know everything about you, good and bad, and they still love you.
Yeah. Yep. It's just
magical.
I reckon sad crying says something as well, because for my mate Christina and I, who's my like best
Your
mate,
person.
when I cried in front of her for sadness, I was like, oh wow, we're there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you've unlocked a new level.
Absolutely. Please use this as a cue to call the people that you love and just tell them that you love them. You're very, very lucky to have them around. And again, Vale, my beautiful, beautiful friend, Jocks on Frello.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's clickbait.
I'm still on a high from talking about friends and friendship, Jack, and I want you to know that I love you. We have a beautiful connection.
We do. I love you too.
I love working with you, and I love also that I can see big events that happen in the world and I don't have to wade into them because I know that you'll be fully across them. Of course, I'm speaking about the Met Gala.
Yeah.
It happened this morning?
This morning, yeah. So for those of you that don't know what it is.
Yeah, what is it?
It's a fundraising event. All the celebrity
Is
and
it?
fashion
See, I didn't know that.
I know, it gets overtaken with all of the glamour of it, but it's
Who
a
are they
fundraising
raising money
event
for?
For the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City.
Oh, okay.
And every year there's a theme. This year it was honouring Karl Lagerfeld. A line of beauty was the theme. Now, there's a bit of controversy surrounding Karl.
Yes.
But like the fashion world, we're just going to pretend that hasn't happened today.
Yes, well, he was very mean to people who weren't a size 2.
Correct.
So he can go to hell. But anyway, yes.
Let's get to the fashions.
Yes.
I want to talk about Jared Leto.
Yes.
He rocked up in a cat suit to pay homage to Karl's cat, Choupette.
What is this? This is a cheat sheet that you've sent me. Oh, my God.
A reference sheet for you.
Oh, my God. I would kill for that costume as Karl Lagerfeld's cat, Choupette.
Well, I was thinking you could slide into his DMs and that's your 2023 Logie's fit sorted.
Oh, my God. I would love that.
True to her name, Doja Cat hit the red carpet as a cat. She had a prosthetic like nose on her face. I thought it was really creepy.
I sort of love it because you can't see straight away that she's cat-esque.
No.
It's sort of a Planet of the Apes version of a cat.
Kim Kardashian, as always, Swanee, rocked up looking underdressed with 50,000 pearls draped around her.
She looks like one of Prince's backup singers during the Diamonds and Pearls phase.
She does.
I'm there for it.
The minute I saw that, though, I'm just like, man, you're asking the internet to make pearl necklace gags.
But that's what she does.
I do just want to mention that North, her daughter, was there. two things. North always looks like she's being held hostage.
Perhaps she is. It's a cry for help.
Also, I think we need to remind both Kim and Pink that it's okay to leave your kids at school for the day. They don't have to come everywhere.
And also, you've got more than one daughter.
Yeah,
Look,
true.
I'm actually I'm thrilled for the other three after North and the other one after Willow, because they are just going to live their lives completely under the radar.
True.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Kim, Pete Davidson was there.
Yes.
He was channeling like what I would think looked like the wet bandits from Home Alone. Like he looked like he was about to rob something, but he
does.
still looked great in had a bucket hat on and gloves and leather pants.
You know I love me a bit of Pete.
I know. He's probably hooking up with someone in the disabled toilets at the Met
Well,
now.
it might be Kim Kardashian. There's some photographs that have surfaced of them chatting
I
together.
did see that. That'd be awkward.
Who's this dressed as one of the people from the Frozen part of Game of Thrones?
That's Lil Nas X. He rocked up in a G-string, a mask, and a whole lot of silver glittery body paint. He
He's
does look like
magic.
someone from Game of Thrones.
He's magical.
For me, it was giving Tin Man.
Yes,
And
it
I
is a bit Tin Man.
just want to finish with Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
Weirdly, this was her first Met ever.
Really?
Yeah, and she was late because there was protesters holding up a sign saying the 1% are killing the climate. And I'd just like to imagine she wound down her window and said, the 99% are killing my vibe.
Yes, yes. Hopefully she's at home now cooking lasagna with her new baby.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.